Rawdawg and some randoms. Usually mostly careful though. Always using protection. Double bagging it sometimes just to make sure there's no seepage. Because gonorrhea, herpes, and stuff. I don't want that.
Rawdawg Football Talk. Strap it up.
What's up, fellas?
What's up?
What up?
Well, you guys don't know this guy. My finger, there we go.
That guy?
He's Derek's in the house with us. Derek Thompson.
What
hey,
up?
bro. Welcome to our show, man. Tell us a little bit about yourself so everybody can kind of know about Mr. D.
Oh, I'm excited, man. It's good to be here. No, I'm a Marine vet and been around. I was doing podcasting there for quite a while and then kind of had to take a step back for a little bit. Now I've been focusing on music and just kind of enjoying life, getting back in shape, doing things, and trying to get back in a routine of enjoying life.
Good.
Well, welcome to the show. And we have a good time here, man. This is just a really good time. How's Kevin doing, man?
Doing good, bro.
Yeah, you have a good week? The Broncos fucking lit it. Huh?
Broncos look good.
I saw the interview the other day and was very impressed. You did a great job.
You did the great job, bro. You're the one that that's your show, man.
Yeah, I just flapped my jaws, and then finally you got to say something after 50 minutes.
Oh, I love that. That's know what? Ask Derek. That's like the best kind of interview for a interviewee.
Yeah.
You know,
that's my favorite. That's my favorite, like co-host or interviewee. It's just like when they talk, and I don't have to do anything.
Yeah, bro, 100%. So you did what you're supposed to do. You know, you knew what the job was. You got it done.
It's like open-ended question. I don't gotta talk. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We're gonna get this show on the road. Here we go.
All right, let's go now. Let's go.
All right. So something that we kind of like to do, Derek, is we kind of like to talk about what we thought of Week 7. And what was your big takeaway from Week 7?
Oh, my big takeaway was that the Bucks had way too many injuries, and it really did not pan out for me.
I think injuries are pretty much
They're all
what
over.
I would say. That was my big takeaway in the wide receiver department.
Yeah.
In the wide receiver department, especially for the fantasy owners. I know the guy that I was playing with had Daniels as his quarterback, and Daniels went down fairly early in his game. I think he only picked up 5 points before he went out. Then I lost Evans, Godwin. They got me some points before they ended up going out, but Godwin may be out for the entire season. There was just
having
really
ankle surgery, so that's great.
Yeah, there's some really bad injuries. As a matter of fact, that's kind of what was your big takeaway?
That was my takeaway of the week was all the injuries.
I figured as much.
Yeah, I lost Ayuk, my wide receiver.
He's gone for the season.
Yeah, and then Russell Wilson came in, so I had to drop Justin Fields, and then I lost New York Giants. He got me 5 points, Daniels, and then but I won the game. I mean, I won my fantasy this week.
Yeah, I saw, and it was real close. So when we get to the fantasy, we'll show it. Yeah, you squeaked by.
So many injuries, man.
Yeah, you know what, man? This weekend really killed fantasy owners. I will say that much. But let's kind of talk about these key injuries from Week 7. So Deshaun Watson, the quarterback from the Browns, tore his Achilles. Jaden Daniels, quarterback of the Commanders, has a rib injury. He's still day-to-day. Chris Godwin, wide receiver Buccaneers, dislocated his ankle. And as Derek just told you, he's going to be having surgery. He might be put on the injured reserve for this season. So, and Mike Evans, wide receiver Bucks, he had a hamstring injury. And I had to make another one because it didn't all fit there. Then we had Brandon Ayuk from the wide receiver from the 49ers. He has tore his ACL and MCL. So he's going to be done for the season. DK Metcalf from the wide receiver Seahawks has an MCL sprain. So the wide receivers definitely took a big blow this weekend. And so, and for me, I went heavy on the Bucks, right? Like I got Godwin and motherfucking Mike Evans. So yeah, man, it's
me too.
What a big blow.
Me too.
And the nice thing, I guess, about this upcoming week, week 8, there's no bye teams this week, so everybody's playing. There's no bye week, so you don't have to worry about that element as well as going through all these injuries right now. I still got to go through my fantasy, as a matter of fact. But is there any other big news that you guys heard or anything throughout the league that you guys want to talk about?
I think there's just like the small thing. I think there's a Paku Nakua or whatever his name is. He should be coming back off injured reserve this week.
There is a lot of guys coming back off of injury in the next couple of weeks as well.
Christian McCaffrey should be pretty soon, right? And then you got, was it Cooper
I don't
Kupp?
know with Christian McCaffrey. I swear every week they said week 7.
It sounds
and he didn't play. You know, he was sitting there in his sweatsuit and had earbuds in.
Cooper Kupp, seeing what's going to happen with him, where he's going to end up as he comes back. And then you got the DeAndre Hopkins going to the Chiefs.
Yeah, there's some last minute trades. Yeah, that's some.
And they're talking big time Cooper Kupp coming to Denver.
Yeah, it's kind of
nice. Well, that would be nice for the Broncos. They do, because
be a good pickup. It's having the cap space was the problem. That was the reason he didn't go to Chiefs, because they looked at him.
Yeah.
Broncos have some trading power, right? They got Zach Wilson in that quarterback that they could kind of give up if they really had to. I think in the running back area, we could. I mean, I don't know, but I'll tell you what, the Broncos defense still, man, impresses me whenever I'm watching them, because my gosh,
they're looking good.
Yeah, they get the turnovers when they need the turnovers. I mean, you couldn't really ask for a better defense for a rookie quarterback. You know what I mean? Because they all, no matter what, they keep them in the game, and the defense even puts points on the board. So,
yeah, it's kind of been the big talk about like the NFC East or whatever, NFC East or West, I don't remember, where it's just been like they've been doing so good at getting takeaways this year. It's just not sustainable. Like that's how they've been winning games, is their defenses. So they're going to have to figure out their offenses in order to be able to be sustainable.
I've been watching these guys punch the balls, man. I mean, they come in with full on punches now.
Oh yeah,
hit right onto the ball.
Either punches or just getting the helmet right on that ball. It's great. I love seeing it.
There's definitely a lot of turnovers, more than usual, I would say.
Yeah, my quarterback's out there slinging them to the other team. He's doing great.
Good.
Still making a lot of touchdowns, but I mean, slinging the ball to the other team.
That's still good.
He's doing all right. They're doing good. It's Jordan Love. I think he's great, but
yeah, Jordan Love's actually, he's not bad. He's he's just young.
He's thrown like 42 touchdown passes in the last 2-3 seasons, whatever it was.
He's good for the Packers.
He blew away Aaron Rodgers' stats, and he blew away Brett Favre's stats. So I mean, I'm not too worried about it.
Green Bay's got to work on their defense.
Their defense is coming around. Their defense, like with that new Boston defensive, or Boston College's defensive coordinator or whatever, head coach, whatever he was, with him, like it's just a lot different defense. They're just trying to learn that system, but it's coming around for sure.
Yeah, man. These injuries, it is getting brutal.
I can't even.
Gosh. Even the Chiefs, they had to play a game with predominantly tight ends only, because they were missing their wide receivers. Now the Tampa Bay Bucks, they're going to have to go deep into their wide receiver depth because now they lost their number 1 and their number 2 guy. That's gosh, damn, that's rough, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty much only sitting good on running backs now.
Yeah. All right, guys, we'll go ahead and get on and move on to the next segment. But before we do, we're going to take a quick break. And this is where another place you can catch us. Are you ready to experience the power of military community right from the comfort of your living room? Introducing Military United podcast streams, now available on the Roku channel. Get ready to dive into a world of incredible stories, inspiring discussions, and the best entertainment the military community has to offer. With our veteran podcast host, you'll gain insights into the experiences that have shaped our heroes. And that's not all. We've got a lineup of talented veteran musicians playing rock, country, and more. Get ready to rock out with these incredible artists who have served our country and are now ready to entertain you with their soulful tunes. But wait, there's more. We've also got veteran comedians who will have you in stitches with their hilarious and relatable stories. Laughter is the best medicine, and these brave men and women know how to deliver it. So gather your loved ones, grab some popcorn, and prepare for an unforgettable journey into the world of military podcast, music, and comedy. With Military United podcast streams now on Roku, you can access all this incredible content with just a few clicks of a button. Military United podcast streams on Roku channel. It's time to honor, entertain, and celebrate the incredible men and women who have served our country. Join us today and experience the power of the military community. All right. Well, this is the time we kind of check out and look at what's going on in the division and check out the standings. We'll kind of start right there. We'll bring up the standings for all the different teams after going through week 7. NFC East, we got the Commanders sitting at 5-2, Eagles 4-2, the Cowboys 3-3, and the Giants are 2-5. NFC North. All right, so Detroit and Minnesota. We got to see that showdown, huh?
Yeah.
And Minnesota picked up their first loss. So now we got the NFC North tied up, but because Detroit beat the Vikings, they technically would be in the first place. So we got the Detroit Lions 5-1, Vikings 5-1, the Packers 5-2, and the Bears 4-2. That's a tough division in the NFC.
Yeah, that's what it's the NFC North.
They're the ones to beat right now.
Yep, absolutely. So NFC West, we got the Seahawks 4-3, Cardinals, 49ers are both 3-4, and we got the Rams at 2-4. And the NFC South, we got the Bucks and the Falcons both sitting at 4-3. We have the Saints 2-5, and the Carolina Panthers at 1-6. Kevin, does any of that up there surprise you? You think something different or anything? Thoughts?
Well, I'm really not surprised, especially I've got the highlights going on behind me, if you guys can see, of the Minnesota-Detroit game. And
it started off pretty, it was back and forth, right? And then Detroit ended up just taking over that game.
Yeah, and so Minnesota's out for their first loss. So I think that's about where I'm surprised, quite honestly, you guys. Kansas City hasn't lost anything yet.
Right. No, they're looking tough, and they actually, they've been plagued by injuries as well. Like I said, they've had to go very heavy on their tight ends. Like I think at one point in time they were at 3 or 4 tight ends out there at one time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I would say I am pretty surprised. I think I thought the NFC South would be a little bit tougher, or even the NFC East actually. I wouldn't have thought we would be saying that the NFC North is the best in the NFC right now. but it's
Not at the
there.
beginning of the season, we would have never said that.
100%. Yeah, that's definitely a shocker there. So let's take a look at the AFC standings. So we got the Bills at 5-2, and then from there, that division's pretty much crap. Dolphins are 2-4, Jets 2-5, and the Patriots are 1-6. Now, who would have thunk that, right? I mean, that division right there is nowhere near what you probably would have thought at the beginning of the season. Then we got the AFC North with the Ravens and the Steelers both sitting at 5-2. The Bengals are 3-4, and the Browns 1-6. On the AFC West, Chiefs, the only team in the NFL right now undefeated at 6-0. We got the Broncos 4-3, the Chargers 3-3, and the Raiders 2-5. I am impressed here. All right, I am impressed with the Broncos. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I wasn't really slating them at number 2 in the AFC West, so I'm happy to see it. I'm definitely happy to see it. I thought the Chargers would be a little bit, better than them, but I think the Broncos probably going to end up taking it to them. 2 games this year. In the AFC South, we have the Texans at 5-2, the Colts 4-3, Jaguars 2-5, and the Titans 1-5. Anything on there, fellas, surprise you, stand out to you, look crazy to you?
I wouldn't say surprise, but I think it's hilarious that the Browns are 1-6 again. Just because they got rid of Baker Mayfield. So for me, it's golden to see. I just love that for him.
Yeah, and I mean, and Baker Mayfield was lighting it up with the Bucs too. So I mean,
that's what I'm saying, man. It's cool to see Baker doing well, and the Browns are just trash again. It's pretty great for me.
Yeah,
they're toilet bowl.
Well, I was going to say, we're getting ready to do our picks for the final time for the who our Super Bowl pick is going to be, and I went from San Francisco to Baltimore along with Donald, and I'm liking that pick, man.
You thinking you're going to hold strong? I think it's next week. I think it's next week we're going to do our mid-year pick 'em, and we'll see if we stick with what we've said or not.
Yeah, this is our final one.
Yep, we'll bring them up. When we bring them up, we'll see where our picks are, and we'll see if we stay with them. I mean, I switched from the 49ers to the Chiefs, and I think after everything I've seen so far, I think I'm happy with my pick, and I don't think I'm gonna jump my wagon.
Yeah.
All right, so let's take a look at the power rankings for Week 8. So the Chiefs have not moved, and they have not moved probably since the start of this ranking. So they're holding that spot at number 1. Detroit Lions up 2 spots to number 2. The Ravens hold their spot at number 3. Vikings down 2 spots to number 4. Bills up 1 spot to number 5. Packers up 3 spots to number 6. Commanders up 1 spot to number 7, which we'll see how that ends up going with their quarterback kind of questionable right now. Texans dropped 3 spots to number 8. Eagles up 4 spots to number 9. Steelers up 4 spots to number 10. Seahawks up 5 spots to number 11. Falcons down 5 to number 12. Bears down 1 spot to 13. San Francisco 49ers up 3 spots to 14. Buccaneers down 5 spots to 15. Bengals up 1 spot to 16. Chargers down 2 spots to number 17. The Broncos starting to climb. They're up 2 spots to 18. Dallas stayed in the same spot. They're at 19. The Colts, number 20, up 2 spots. Cardinals up 2 spots to 21. The Rams up 2 spots to 22. Jets starting to slide down the ranks. They dropped down 2 spots to number 23. Devontae Adams came out and played, but didn't make much of a difference for them. Was it a big, change for them? Number 24, down 6 spots. The Saints up 1 spot is the Raiders to 25, which I'm not sure if I believe in that one. The Giants down 1 spot to 26. Browns up 1 spot, which I'm shocked there too.
Makes no sense.
We're starting to lose. I guess all these teams are starting to just drop out. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Browns 27. They're starting to feel like, who the hell's the worst? The Jaguars up 4 spots to 28. Titans down 2 spots to 29. Dolphins keep slipping down. They're down 1 spot to 30. Patriots down 1 spot to 31. And Carolina's finding themselves right back into the last spot again at number 32. Fellas, thoughts?
Impressive. I love that.
It looks like the Saints dropped. They had the biggest drop, maybe, huh? Because the Broncos kicked their ass, or what?
Yeah, it looks like they
pretty
did.
handily.
The Bucks took a pretty bad drop. The Saints took a bad drop. That division, they're all sliding down. Falcons took a drop of 5 spots. Those were the big drops. And the big gain was the Seahawks at 5. I think 5 spots. That was the biggest gain that we had last week. So if the Super Bowl was to go down today, this is what it would look like for us. Take a gander. So we got the Broncos at Houston Texans. That's the number 2 versus the number 7 seed. They have the Ravens. It's the Colts at the Ravens. The Ravens are number 3, and the Colts are at number 6. The Bills, Steelers, and then the Chiefs would have the bye. On the NFC side, we got the Lions would have the first round bye. We have the Vikings at the Falcons, Green Bay Packers at the Seahawks, and then Bears versus the Commanders. That's if through week 7, this is what the playoff picture would look like right now.
So, I think this is a pretty good look at how it's going to be looking towards the
end
of
the season,
what?
Honestly. It's going to be interesting. I think this is something that we kind of like keep up, keep in the archives, pull it back up when we get to the end and say, wow, they were pretty damn dead on. Things didn't change much. Or, a lot of things too, man. Like, I think we're starting to see a lot of them getting hurt by not, having extra time during the off season, like the games and the, preseason games and stuff like that. Some of them are now starting to kind of get their rhythm, right? Even like say the Bengals, they're starting to kind of get more in their groove. They've lost a lot of close games. I know Donald probably, is just ripping his hair out because they literally take you on a ride. So I'm glad I'm not a big Bengals fan, but yeah, I thought this was pretty interesting, and I liked it. I was like, that's pretty interesting to see what the playoff picture would look like. Now looking at this, does this change your mind in any perspective and who you may choose for your Super Bowl pick?
Not yet. Not for me. I'm not taking Kansas City this year, no matter what.
Lamar Jackson. So with the Ravens, I believe they can beat the Chiefs, but the big problem is that it will be in Arrowhead likely. The likelihood is whoever is going to play them that first round, it's going to be in Arrowhead. So the Chiefs are very tough in Arrowhead. Arrowhead is a very loud place. They get rowdy. I mean, it is comparable to college football from what I understand. So as long as I think Lamar Jackson was to stay very healthy, right, and the Ravens kind of stay healthy, and when they get to play them, you put on the wheels a little bit more on Lamar. Let him run a little bit more on them. Let him let loose a little bit more because you're obviously on playoff play and you can start running them again. Because I felt like they ran him a lot, like the first week, and then I think they ran him over 10 times. He had 10 carries because I had him on he's my fantasy quarterback. So I've seen that they've slowed down a little bit on him doing his carries, which is smart, obviously, to keep him for the longevity of, the game. But I don't really know. Other than the Ravens, that would be the only team that I think that could knock the Chiefs out in Arrowhead.
I mean, Lamar's gonna have to play his best ball ever. I mean, he's 1-5 against Patty Mahomes, dude. And like
that's the problem.
If he has a good run, Patty Mahomes has a better run. If he has a good pass, Patty Mahomes has a better pass. Like it's just Patty's got his number, man. It's
some
like
of
the
these,
Bengals.
some of these teams when they play against each other, they got the other team's number, and
like I think the NFC is a total toss up. I'm really rooting for the Lions this year, but I think it's a total toss up. The AFC, I think you can pretty well look at like 2 or 3 teams.
Right.
For me on the NFC side, it's between Detroit and Vikings, hands down. That's where I stand with it. I think the Commanders, they're having a good run right now. They got a young quarterback, so with Daniels, and I feel like they do a lot of college football type style plays with him. It's only a matter of time before the league catches up with all that, and they start having schemes to catch on to him. And they will start slowing him down, and obviously he took a blow to his ribs, right? That's a really tough injury to get back from. I mean, I don't know if you've ever had a freaking rib injury, but coughing, laughing, breathing hard, sneezing, I mean, hurts like hell,
Yeah.
Oh, it's rough. I still don't feel right in my rib from what I did to it. Like it just sucks.
Yeah, it's a rough injury. I mean, he's definitely going to have to wear some extra padding, which a lot of these quarterbacks do wear rib cages already. So they'll probably have to tape him up on an additional to things. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and move on to the Week 8 slate and see what games we got for Week 8. We have for the Thursday night game, it kicks off with the Minnesota Vikings at the LA Rams. Then we got the next day, Sunday morning, we got the Baltimore Ravens versus the Browns, Tennessee Titans at the Lions, Colts versus the Texans, Green Bay Packers at the Jaguars, Cardinals at Dolphins, Jets at Patriots, Falcons at the Bucks, Eagles at the Bengals, Saints versus the Chargers, Bills at the Seahawks, Bears at the Commanders, Carolina Panthers at the Broncos, Chiefs at the Raiders, Cowboys at 49ers, and the Giants and the Steelers close her down on Monday Night Football. Man, Kevin, I hope you're going to that Broncos game because they're going to kick ass, man.
I'm not going to go. My son-in-law and my grandson are going.
They already got that one. Well, that's good. Your grandson gets to go watch a whooping.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah. Well, I got to see Broncos beat up on the Raiders. So, I'm okay right now.
Yeah, and I feel like we basically own that division, the NFC South. Is it the NFC South? Yeah. We pretty much own them at this point in time. So we need to kill off, I guess, the Panthers. Who are they going to throw at us? The Texans.
I think there's a lot of shitty games on this week.
Yeah.
These all look pretty like decisive victories. I mean, excluding a few.
I think the Jets finally get a bounce back win for themselves because, gosh damn, they can use a win, right, against the Patriots.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh boy,
that's an opportunity. All right, fellas, it's time to get into the next segment. But before we do, we'll take a quick little break. And here we go.
If my stuff's freezing, or if it's in you.
American made, better known, we are Doc Goodbeard. It's more than just looking good. When it comes to your beard, we believe you can have it all. Thoughtfully designed, unique fragrances, and affordable prices. We strive to provide a line of uniquely scented balms and oils that you won't find in other products. Come on, rock with Doc, and remember, it's all about the beard, man. So what do you say? Let's take that average beard and make it badass. Go to docbeard.com.
Come on. Not over yet.
All right. So, gotta take this off. Hello. All right, so this is fun for some of us usually, and this week is, no one could really show any pride because we pretty much all finished off the same. But before we went into week 8, before we start week 8, this is what the standings look like: 25-10, me, Kevin, 19 and 16, Donald, 20 and 15. After week 8. We got, it's still the same. But yeah, after that's what we got going on.
Yep.
So here's how it fared for us, though. So the Broncos beat the Saints, and I doubted my team, but I needed to. Because if I didn't do it, they would have freaking lost. So I had to do what I had to do. Went with my dad's team, and we took the L. And that's okay. Dad, beat your ass on that one, man. Lions beat the Vikings 31-29. We all took an L there. Chiefs beat the 49ers 28-18. Donald and I took the W there. Kevin took the L. He's just waiting for the Chiefs to cough up. He's waiting, man. He's going hard on that. All right, so Jets beat the Steelers 37-15. I mean, they beat their ass really good. Kevin and myself thought that was going to happen. Donald took the L there. And then the Ravens and the Bucks, that was one hell of a game for a while there. And I actually thought the Bucks were going to beat the Ravens, but definitely didn't go down. So the Ravens won 41-31, and we all knew that was going to happen. So we all took a W there. And at the end of the day, I am 25-10. Kevin is 19-16. Donald is 20-15. We all went 3-2. All right. So week 8, these are the teams that we're going to decide on. And as you guys can see, here are our regular and our preseason predictions. And next week, we're going to go ahead and repick. And if Derek is joining us, he'll get to, lucky him, didn't have to bounce any wagons or nothing. He gets to pick one time and see what happens. But I think that 49ers, I went from 49ers to Chiefs. Kevin went from 49ers to Ravens. And Donald has had faith in the Ravens from the beginning and hasn't changed his mind.
Right.
And Kevin's already sounding like he's going to hold strong there too. And I think we all like our regular season predictions from what I understand. We'll see if that changes.
Yeah, that might
next
change.
Week.
Yeah, it might change, Brian. I may end up going with I may end up going with Detroit.
Yep. Yeah, you never know. Okay. Well, see, you're gonna have some time to think about it.
You just never know what I'm gonna throw at you, dude.
Yeah. All right. So, looks like Derek got busy. So, unfortunately, he's gonna miss one of the best parts of this show. And we're going to talk about our pick'ems. And Donald already provided me his picks.
Okay.
So I will say his picks when it's his turn. And then we'll go with Kevin first, though, on this one. And who do you pick? Vikings versus the Rams?
Well, I think the Vikings are going to take the Rams down on this one.
All right, Kevin with the Vikings. And I as well believe that's going to be the thing as well. And Donald picked the Vikings.
Did he? Okay.
Right. Yep. So for game 2, we got the Eagles versus the Bengals. Mm-hmm. So for Donald's pick, who do you think he picked?
I bet he picked the Bengals.
Yeah, good guess. What are you picking, Kevin?
I'm gonna take. They are playing in Cincinnati. I'm gonna take the Bengals.
I feel like this is a tough one.
Yeah.
Right? I really feel like this is a tough one. What was the? Let me just. I got this. Yeah. Let me see something here. NSC. All right. Yeah. So. I think I'm gonna go Eagles here. Ha! Ha! Like. All right. So I guess I'm gonna go Eagles here.
Yeah, I told you I wasn't picking any bird teams.
You did. I'm going for that. I'm doing it for you. I mean, I
know.
This is where I got to separate myself from the herd.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. All right. Game 3. We have Bills versus Seahawks.
I'm taking the Seahawks.
Wow. I'm going with the Bills here. And Donald also went with the Bills.
Ooh. I got a chance to pick up some.
That what you do.
Yeah.
And if that Bengal Eagle one, you can pick up one against me or I go pick one up against both you guys.
Yeah.
All right. So game 4, we got the Cowboys versus the 49ers in San Francisco.
I
will say, okay, so Donald picked 49ers. I'm going to pick the 49ers.
And I'm picking the 49ers.
And you picking the 49ers. Okay. All right. For our final game, we got the Giants versus the Steelers. And I will go first on this one. I picked the Steelers. Donald picked the Steelers. And Kevin, what are you going to go with?
I'm going with the Steelers.
Roger that. All right. So in reality, there's first game, we all went the same. Second game, I went different. I went the Eagles. Third game, you went different. You went the Seahawks. And we all picked the 49ers and we all picked the Steelers. So a couple games in there that could kind of change things up a little bit, right?
Right.
All right. Well, I'll have to get Derek's picks after the show because he's just missing out, and it's all good. We got life gets in the way of things, and that's all good. All right, we'll go ahead and move on to our next segment. But before we do, we'll take a quick break. Let me get this banner out of the way. Bada bing, bada boom, and here we go. Are you ready to be inspired by incredible stories of veterans, active duty military members, and first responders? Join Marine veteran Brian Roof on Every Day to Saturday, USMC veteran, as he dives deep into the lives of those who continue to make a difference. Hear firsthand experiences from front lines to civilian life. Discover the strength, resilience, and triumphs of our heroes. Gain valuable insights and practical advice for navigating life's transitions. With every episode, you'll be uplifted by stories of courage, determination, and hope. This is more than just a podcast. It's a community where every day feels like a Saturday. Subscribe now on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows. Don't miss out on these powerful conversations that will leave you inspired and motivate us. Let's go. All right. Well, we're on to our fantasy football talk, and I feel like you and I are on the same trajectory with our fantasy football teams, kind of.
Yeah.
Except I think actually you picked up a win last week too, though.
I did. I'm 3 and 4.
You got 2 in a row right now, huh?
Yeah. So
all right. Well, shoot. Let's go ahead and bring yours on up since we're talking about it. And you squeaked by with 96 points because the guy you went against had 47 points.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud only got 5 points. He must have went out early in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he got a little hurt by Dale from the Houston, gave him 0. Yeah, man. And everybody gave you some points. And gosh dang, Robinson and Walker really came through for you.
Oh gosh, yeah, they did.
Damn near 50% of your points.
Yeah. Ertz, hey, look at Ertz got me some for
No,
guys.
he did. He had a good man. He had a good weekend. He's my backup to I got Kittle, so he's my backup. But yeah, man, that's nice. That's
So
a good
Jones,
win, and I love it, man.
I got rid of Jones, and I got rid of Justin Fields. I think I said that earlier in the thing.
Yeah.
And I picked up Bo Nix, and I picked up I don't want to say.
Did you already have Bo Nix from the beginning and you dropped him earlier? Yeah. You I thought so, man. Look at you. Full circle, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, he's starting to get I think he's gaining confidence in himself now, right? I was a little bummed because I got Courtland Sutton as receiver, and he did absolutely nothing.
I don't know what's going on with Courtland, man.
Yeah, man, and the weekend or something before that, I was regretting not starting him, and then but luckily for me, Lamar Jackson showed up like a beast, picking up 34 points.
Yeah,
I mean, he is legit the best QB in fantasy football, in my opinion.
He is.
Where the dude runs the ball and he passes it. He's just a beast when it comes to it.
It was great.
I got lucky that Jaden Daniels, lucky for me, but unfortunate for Jaden Daniels, he got injured early in the game and he only picked up 5 points. Devontae Smith from Philadelphia only had 0.8. So, I mean, a lot of his guys didn't end up showing up very much either. But yeah, man, it was a really good week. My kicker had 17 points.
Wow, that's just crazy.
The Commanders, man. Yeah, he was, I think he went 4 for 4 on field goals and then 3 for 3 or something on extra points. I forgot what it was, but man, my kicker got me some good points. And my Eagles defense, 15 points, bro. So I got some extra points in those special team areas that you kind of never really expect a lot from.
Yeah, well, see, you kicked your guy's butt pretty good, and I kicked my guy's butt pretty good. There was a big difference in that. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, and I mean, here's the thing: Chris Godwin, Mike Evans are both out for me now.
Yeah,
that's rough. I mean, that is freaking rough. Thank God, like I said, there's no bye weekend this weekend for any team, so we don't got to sit there and really consider that.
Well, like I said, I lost both my quarterbacks, so I got Geno Smith and Bo Nix.
Geno Smith, that's a really good pickup, actually.
Yeah, so I got Geno Smith, Bo Nix. I just picked both those up today, and then I also picked up, since Ayuk I got hurt, I picked up somebody else. I can't think of who it is right now. Oh, Romeo Dobbs.
Yeah, that's good, man. You have to. I mean, everybody's probably rushing to the wire now. We're all rushing to the wire.
Quarterback, and I got to have a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
So I had to take 2 picks. Thank God I was low on the, or I should say, high on the
wire.
The wire, so I could pick first.
Oh, you had this week. You had the number one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's nice. All right. So since Derek's not here to talk about his yet, we'll pull up Donald's and see if he makes it back. Donald, it looks like I don't know if Donald picked up a win this week, but I think he might have.
I think he did,
because he's kind of been on the. I think he's been like us as well. It's funny that we're all kind of.
Yeah,
somewhat in the same standings, with our fantasy football teams, but the way that his is set up, he's number 2 in his in the way that in his bracket. So, he's got 720 points. So I don't quite know how they work theirs out, but it looks like he's doing well in his bracket. I mean, but then again, everybody's 3-3.
Right, except for Larry's winning it.
And Larry's got only one game ahead of everybody. Yeah. So that actual league is pretty wide open. There's no one just out there blowing it away.
Right.
All right. So we'll bring up Derek's. Derek had a rough weekend, and of course took some blows like I did at Godwin's out and Evans is out. And for him, that in his league, they only got him 8.25 points. He must be in a different kind of league in terms of scoring.
Right.
But yeah, man, he took an L. I don't quite know where he's at in terms of standings on his team. So,
next week.
But he's probably right around the same boat as we all are. So
I would say so.
Yeah. So let's talk about the passing leader. So if you were, munching up on some fantasy points this past weekend, these were the number one was Baker Mayfield in passing at 370 yards. These are all the league leaders in week 7 passing yards.
Yep.
The number 2 is Justin Herbert from the Chargers at 349 yards. Josh Allen at number 3 from the Buffalo Bills. Lamar Jackson, number 4 from the Baltimore Ravens. And number 5, Jared Goff at 280 yards for the Detroit Lions. Justin Herbert, man, he definitely, putting up some good yardage.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially, when he came back from being hurt from the beginning of the season, and now he's out there and he's looking pretty good, actually.
I mean, he's up there amongst a good company, man. So
we're gonna have to halfway decent out on him.
Yeah. So after week 7, here are the rushing leaders for rushing yards. Number 1 is Saquon Barkley from the Eagles at 176 yards. Man, he was tearing it up. And Derrick Henry, number 2 at 169, which I was impressed with that. So Saquon Barkley, he was really digging on who'd they play? I
don't know.
Shit, yeah.
You just looked at it too.
Yeah, I didn't. Okay, well, anyhow, Eagles carved them up, man. Yeah. Tank Bigsby, number 3 at 118 yards. Jamar Gibbs for the Detroit Lions at number 4 at 116, and number 5, Joe Mixon from the Texans at 115 yards. Those are all impressive numbers, man. Anytime you hit over 100 yards in the NFL, it is impressive. After 150 yards, you're looking really impressive in this league. All right, so we'll go on to our week 7 receiving yards. Here are the receiving leaders. Number 1 from the Buffalo Bills, Keon Coleman, 125 yards. Number 2, Rashad Bateman, 121 yards for the Baltimore Ravens. Detroit Lions, Amon-Ra St. Brown at 112 yards. Number 4, Steelers, George Pickens for 111 yards. And number 5, Jets, Bree Hall at 103 yards.
So you can tell the wide receivers had a bad week this week.
Yeah. No big names. No big names on there, man. I mean,
I know. What are you going to say about this? You got all these guys that got hurt, and these are the numbers. And you're right. You got guys that Coleman. Come on. What?
Well, I guess this is giving a lot of guys time to shine, man. You know what I mean? And now's the time you better step it up while some of these big namers are going down.
Yeah.
Start making these charts, man. Yeah, what an interesting week, man. Yeah, for me, I don't know that I might have to go look at the wire this week due to the fact that I lost 2 wide receivers. Yep. I'm not gonna get rid of Mike Evans though. He's injured. He started the game limping. I don't know if you even I watched that game and he was already limping, man. I was like, gosh damn. And a couple plays, I thought, oh, he's done. And then he kept going. And then that last final one in the end zone, boy, he pulled up and he just, he's done. He might be done for a couple weeks.
It's small pickings on the wire out there. I looked.
I know the wire is very much picked up from. I mean, and a lot of people got guys just sitting back, which at this rate in time is not a bad deal, and I've held out on guys too where I'm like, well, I don't necessarily going to start them, but I don't want no one else to have them.
Exactly. You don't want to give them up.
Right, because that one that damn well, dude, the week you say, all right, I'm giving them up.
Oh,
boom. Yes. I mean, just like math, like clockwork, bro. It's some bitch.
They tear it up and you go, what the hell was I thinking?
Yeah. He makes the difference in your win and loss that next week. So, I mean, that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, man, you excited for this upcoming weekend? I know I am. I watch a little bit of college football too, and boy, college football has gotten really exciting with them mixing up all these conferences and stuff, and some of these teams are really getting welcoming to these divisions. But I love watching college football, man.
I do too.
The atmosphere from that.
I'm a big Buffs fan, so my daughter.
I figured you would be.
Yeah, my daughter graduated from there. Of course, I grew up in Boulder, so I mean that's my college team, and of course the Broncos. So
and now that Colorado went Deion Sanders, and they are prime time team now. They're very flashy, man. I mean, you got to admit, have you ever been to a Buffs game? I mean, I'm sure you have.
Yeah, I used to have season tickets.
Have you gone since Deion's been in charge, or
no?
So I would love for you to go and tell me the difference in atmosphere.
Oh God, yeah. Because you know what? Here's the deal. I had season tickets with the CU Buffs, and I had season tickets with the Broncos. And it was becoming, I don't know how many years I had them for, 15 years for the Buffs. But I still have my Broncos over 33 years.
Yeah, you can't let those go, bro. Shoot. There's usually a waiting list for that.
Yeah, at least and I go, okay. The Buffs started getting, they started getting really bad. And we go, you know what? We're going to a football game, doing tailgates on Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, it's just
and it was every weekend
out a little bit, yeah.
And it was like, we're not going to give up the Broncos, so let's give up the Buffs. So we gave up the Buffs away probably 20 years ago.
Damn.
Yep.
Well, so when's the last time you've been to a Buffs game? That long ago?
Oh no.
You've gone to a couple at least.
Yeah, but not with Deion. Lisa goes to more Buffs games than I do.
Now, did she say it's wild now? Because I heard they've, from one season to the next, it's a complete opposite in terms of just rowdy craziness. Crowd, man. Just craziness.
Yeah.
They've brought a lot of hype there, man.
Yeah. Well, I thought, you know what? I found out I know where Deion lives.
Oh, no kidding. Nice.
Yeah. Because he lives not too far from my son's, my daughter-in-law's parents' house.
Oh, no kidding. Wow.
So, and it just happened to be one of those things when we were over there for dinner and they were talking about it. I said, oh yeah, Deion just lives right over here. I go, oh, really? I go, I think maybe he might need some Doc Goodbeard.
Yeah, man. He's definitely got it going now. You're damn right, man. Like, where's his address? I'm going to go drop him a little bag on his doorstep.
Exactly.
He's like, what the hell? Man, that's awesome. Yeah, you got a lot of athletes out there. You guys are around, man. You got to see Peyton Manning and geez.
You got them all. You got them. Eddie McCaffrey. You got Terrell Davis is out here, and you got Mark Schlereth lives out here, and John Elway and Peyton Manning, and you just the list goes on and on and on. They never leave. None of them leave.
It's like, man, if it's beautiful enough out there, you might as well stay. And I know they love it's good community for a lot of the kids out there. So
yeah,
and that's good. And I know they might as well, bro. I mean, they invested a lot of time into these communities and built them up probably in a lot of ways, and they're still contributing. I see Peyton Manning out there. I know he's probably helping and doing things still because he's not the kind of guy I feel like just to put up a bleacher chair and chill.
Oh no, he's very active in the Denver community. So there's a lot of guys out here. They just don't leave. And I would even venture to say Von Miller will come back here. They come back.
You're welcome to. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
We'll accept you back.
Yeah.
Definitely miss him on the defensive side of the ball, even though they're still looking really good. But all right, brother. Well, this about wraps up another great show.
Yeah.
It's been fun. And Derek, unfortunately, didn't make it back, so he's not going to get to say goodbye. But he may be joining us a lot more often. So,
it was great having Derek with us. It was good to see him again. And have a great week this week, dude.
And damn, Donald, stop working so much, bro. Shit.
Yeah, quit working so much, Donald.
Just let the fucking lights go, bro. Just let the lights go, man.
Yeah, we don't need any seepage around here.
Hell yeah. All right, brother. We'll see you guys. And don't forget, we are live every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we have a good damn time, So come join us and join in on the discussion. Tell us who your picks are. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid. Even if you are a Browns fan, we'll still love you.
That's right.
All right. Well, you know what? It's all about the beard, man. So let's get on.
The beard and Rawdawg Football Talk.
Yeah, baby.
Have a good one.
We'll see y'all.